Let's go then. This is our story of how of our vision how to come up with and implement open science practices in a large scale. This is where we begin. This is the current state of scientific practices in the general area of open sciences. It's all like there is some structure there, but we have problems identifying it, and it might be very different from institution to institution and from country to country, but this is our starting point. These are several university alliances. They have a certain potential for bringing order into the system because they bring together many players in the field, and of course we have what we're trying to do here is to have different tracks or different dimensions, so to speak, of a path that will happen simultaneously. So this is like the institutional path with the university alliances here, and this is the path that has to happen, has to move on simultaneously with the researchers at the center. So both will move into this direction. This is like the forest that is like confusion and losing one's way. That's like threats and challenges in a way over here. So what the alliances can do is they put in place different sets of infrastructures for open science practices, like diamond open access, like research data management plans. They have crucially a quality assurance cycle in place, which is an iterative process of evaluating what you're doing and having a really structured system in place. And what we need is like a path and the vision towards let's say the global open science movement. And what's in this path is external stakeholders. This for some reason stands for external stakeholders. So of course we have to move beyond academia as well and get in the private sector and also obviously authorities, NGOs and so on and so forth. What we then can do is to build a critical mass to be the elephant in the room, which can be used for of course to speak with one voice as the alliances, as the open science community, and this will of course eventually lead to a happy world of open sciences. Now let's briefly speak about the researchers in this, because there's a problem of being this institutional approach being all nicely laid out, but that there's no real connection to what the researchers are actually doing. So it's crucial for these to be interlinked, and for researchers there are two ways in a way. Either you use regulations to kind of force researchers to adhere to open science practice, or you use incentives for them to get there. So this path is still you see there's still blank spots here that needs to be filled out. So both regulations and incentives need to come together. Incentives could, for instance, be changes in research assessment. This is what we've been discussing. So let's say if open science, the adoption of open science practices is part of what's being assessed career-wise for research. So if your 10-year track depends on you using open science practice, this will be a strong incentive, for instance. And this is for researchers this is kind of the it looks like a black box, but it's all that researchers do, and all the data, all the information, all the added value that they can put out to the world then if they have this open approach towards their work. And again, of course, at the end there is happiness to all. Thank you.